Are you ready to check out the first interviews with the most popular prospects of our time back when they were not stars yet and even a bit camera shy? Today we've got a very young Lamine Yamal, Vinicius, Haaland, Endrick, Gavi, Julian Alvarez, Bellingham, and others. Without further ado, let's get started! Lamine Yamal's very first words on camera. At that time, the Barcelona winger had no idea what the future held for him. Yamal. Lamine Nasraoui, Barcelona player. Do you hear it?
Lamine Nasraoui jugou al Barça.
He says Lamine Nasraoui, whereas we're all used to calling Barca's new star Lamine Yamal. Right after his move to Real Madrid got confirmed, Vinicius Jr., only 16 years old at the time, told us who was waiting for him in the squad the most. Vinicius.
E com o Ronaldo ele é muito tranquilo, me desejou muita sorte e perguntou quando que eu ia.
E você falou pra ele quando que você vai?
Não, ainda não sabe.
Among other things, young Vini Jr. discussed one of his idols, Neymar. I've always followed Neymar. I have more contact with him nowadays, and when I watch him play, I try to take things to improve myself. But I don't want to be another Neymar. I want to build my own career one step at a time and try to spread as much happiness as possible to everyone from Brazil. In the next one, we can find out how Bayern midfielder Jamal Musiala got to the club's training ground back when he was already promoted to work with the Bavarians' main roster. Interviewer: It's a beautiful training ground, honestly, on a beautiful day. How do you get here? Because you're young. Did your mom still drive you or what's going on? Musiala: Yeah, my mom still drives me to training and picks me up as well. Interviewer: How's that? Are you the only player here in the senior team that has their parents drop them to training? Musiala: Yes, I think so, yeah. But I'm working on my license. Should be having it in the next couple of weeks. By the way, the Rotten youngster also shared how challenging the training sessions were with the squad at first.
In the rondo, I got megged by Hansi Flick. It hurts a bit. Yeah.
As a kid, Barcelona's Gavi was slightly more modest. Gavi: Is this being recorded? Reporter: Listen, I'll tell you one thing. If in the end it turns out bad, we don't put it in, don't worry. Gavi: I just don't know what to say. Reporter: Don't worry, will we have another try? Gavi: First half was a bit difficult, but then we got the rhythm and in the end we won because we gave more intensity and we worked harder. As you can see, even then, Gavi clearly knew how to win games. Young Phil Foden once accidentally appeared on Italian television, and this is what the Manchester City graduate had to say about former Citizens forward Mario Balotelli.
What is your opinion about Mario Balotelli?
He's a good player, but he's got a bad attitude off the pitch. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Phil was already aware how important discipline is, both on and off the football pitch. Just listen to the way his teammates agree with his words.
Yeah.
My hopes are to get more minutes under my belt and get a lot more experience. Build up each year and try and eventually get into the starting 11. Stay here all my life. That's what I'm gonna try and do. And that's what I wanna do. That's probably my ambition. Jude Bellingham has always been a mental monster growing up. See for yourself. Interviewer:
And when you're out there on the pitch, I mean, when you were 15 playing for the 23s, do some of the older players in the opposition target you because of your age and because maybe you're playing and you've got a reputation?
I think I'm used to getting a few kicks regardless of who it's from, so I think they just want to rough me up so they know they can try and get them ahead. But as I've said, mentally I've come a long way in the last year due to the help of all the coaches, so that kind of stuff doesn't really affect me, so that's due to them as well, to be fair.
In the next clip, we get to know how Rodrygo thanked his father after joining Real. Rodrygo: I think that many things, everything that I am, it was my father who taught me since I was a child when he played. I always accompanied him on the pitch and all the way, but now I'm much better. Interviewer: Your dad says that he could still play for Real Madrid. Rodrygo: I don't think he will do it. The leader of today's Chelsea, Cole Palmer, has always learned from the best and especially admired Kevin De Bruyne.
And coming on for De Bruyne last night, is he the main man you look up to in this team?
Yeah, obviously he's one of the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world at the moment. And coming on for him, I think it's every kid's dream in the world. And luckily I had to do it last night, I got to do it.
Been there it's a year today since I made my debut. Just been told over there. So I think in that year, training with the best players every day is only going to improve me.
Do you know what Julian Alvarez dreamed of as a child? Just watch. Interviewer. What's your dream in football? Alvarez. Play in the World Cup. Interviewer. So, Julian, if you had to choose your football idol currently, who would it be? Alvarez. Messi. Interviewer. And which team do you support? Alvarez. River, Barca, Calcium, and Argentina. The guy supported Barcelona but eventually penned the contract with Manchester City. But who knows, maybe one day we'll see Julian wearing a Blaugrana shirt. Endrick, who is expected to shine at Real Madrid next season, never doubted his own abilities. I'm a very, very strong player, right? A player who never gave up. A player who always tries to do the most difficult thing. I try to decide the games and play a lot in the team, which is the most important thing. I'm a player who will never, never stop. I will always want more. If I score a goal, I'll want to do 2. If I do 2, I want 3 and so on. I identify a lot with Mbappe. Being a young guy, I have his characteristics, so I identify with him. And here we have a 14-year-old Erling Haaland after one of Brain FK youth team's games. Interviewer. How do you feel it went? Erling. Pretty well. I was man of the match, so at least I think it went pretty well. Interviewer. Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree on that. Erling. I hope so. Interviewer. What are your thoughts about your cousin now beating your record for the youngest first-team player? Erling. That's fine. It's okay. Interviewer. What do you think, Erling, about getting Alfie as your coach? He's talking about his father who led the team in which his son played. Erling. I think it seems exciting. We've had him before for a long time. 10 years, so I think it'll be exciting. That's it, friends! You may not have known that Haaland's father coached his son at Brain's youth team, as well as the fact of Erling having a cousin who also plays at the highest professional level. As early as 2019, the 16-year-old Bellingham displayed great humbleness along with the determination to get the best result in every single match. Reporter. It's been a couple of days now since he made your debut, becoming Birmingham City's youngest ever player. Such a historic achievement. Has it sunk in yet? Jude. Not really. I'm still trying to get my head around it, to be fair. The amount of players, great players that have played for the club, especially Trevor Francis, obviously setting the record in the first place. To be up there is a huge honor and I'm very grateful to be given the opportunity to do so. Reporter. I presume you knew you were gonna play when the team was doing shape and pattern. Is that correct? Jude. Yeah. We kind of found out the team for the shape during the training session on Monday. We found out the starting 11 and the roles we do, the set pieces, stuff like that. So I was aware that I'll be playing, yeah. Reporter. So what was left to do before your debut? When you went home, when you sort of sat and thought about what was going to come? Jude. To be honest, I try not to think about it, but I can't help myself. I'm trying to be not nervous but so excited. Just making sure that all the basics, the fundamentals were on point. Where I was for set pieces, my role, when do we get the ball out of possession. I'm just trying to nail that in my head really so I could do it on the pitch. And that's it, guys. Friends, hit the like button if you enjoyed our interview compilation and if you want to see the second part. The more likes, the more likely we are to bring you the sequel. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you all. Bye bye.